All right, so as usual, I have absolutely no idea what to talk about. So I'm just gonna rant for the first, let's say 5 minutes of the video, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just like, I've been really stressed out lately, and just trying to kind of balance my life and make sure that my health isn't being sacrificed at the end of the day, which is really hard. Basically, in short, I'm adulting, and it's it's no longer as easy as it used to be. So one thing that's been bugging me is just like perception, right? And this is not just perception of you know, what people think about other things, but people's perception of me specifically, right? So I've had this thing that I've dealt with my entire life, and that's really struggling to kind of get my point across, not just through with communication, like verbal communication, but also trying to sync my body language with you know, what I'm saying, and body language also including facial expressions, right? So I've always had this issue where people would look at me and they would immediately either kind of clam up and get really nervous, and you could tell when someone's being nervous around you, like there's a lack of eye contact, and they rush the conversation, and you know, they speak really fast, almost like they're trying to get the conversation over with, right? So anyways, I would be introduced to people or just would walk into a room, and it's almost like I can feel the tension in the air. And you could think, well, maybe it's all in my head, and maybe it's just, you know, me being insecure about something within myself that's making it almost like making me feel that way. But I know the difference. It's literally something I've noticed my entire life. And then on the other hand, I would have people come up and say, you should smile more, you look upset, are you okay? And I know it's just my face, it's my body language, and I'm not the only one, by the way. There is like a thing out there where people complain and they say, it sucks having resting bitch face. Not really sure if I can curse on here yet. I haven't read the regulations, and I probably won't for a while, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm trying to keep my videos from being 45 minutes long like the last one, so I'm actually gonna mix this and then get back to you in a second. This is a quarter cup of kaolin clay into olive oil, castor oil, hemp seed oil, and yeah, that's it. Get the air bubbles out. Okay, so I'm really trying hard to find a balance with my personality, and basically I'm trying to make sure that I can continue being myself, but at the same time be the person that I need to be to succeed in society, right? Because there's these like societal standards, like I don't know, just simple things that I really don't care about, like introducing people to someone else when you meet them, or when you get in contact with someone else, right? You should introduce your friend to that person. And I'm over here like, you guys know what to do. Or social cues. I'm trying to fit this whole thing in here, and I really hope it does, but no, it's not gonna work. Oh well, I tried. Oh God. Okay, let me hurry up and get this in another bowl. Okay. Yeah, I need to get another container for sure. Pour that in there. Let's get the rest out of here. But I'm trying to find a balance. Like I feel so guilty when I have an interaction with someone or multiple people, and then later on that day, I realize that there was something I missed, right? Something I missed in the conversation, something that they told me that was important, and I didn't react the correct way that I was, or that, you know, society would expect me to react, or that the way that they would expect me to react, and it bugs the hell out of me. And I literally go the whole day stressing about it. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. It's bad. And I'm kind of over it. But I can't just say, you know, screw the world and do whatever you want. Because the reality of that is, that's when you start sacrificing relationships, right? That's when you start sacrificing workplace or just work in general, your career. There's a specific way that people want you to act. And I really need to give you more of an example, because the whole not introducing yourself thing is nothing compared to the things I've been kind of dealing with. For example, let's talk about family. Now, those of you know, if you are in a close family, like if you and your family are really close to each other, or tight knit, then you know what I'm talking about. Or if you have a significant other who's in a really tight knit family, you know what I'm referring to. And one second. Also, the plan here is I'm making a coconut based, I would say, themed soap, but I want to do something a little bit unconventional. Instead of using the normal whites and yellows and light colors, I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm just not really sure what. But anyways, if those of you have been in a or know of tight-knit families, one of the things that happens is everyone tells everyone everything, right? Your business is never just your business. You know, you tell one person in the family, in their family, your family, next thing you know, Aunt Kelly all the way in California knows your business. And I love keeping, like, I keep to myself most of the time, and I keep personal things to myself. I tell my mom, I tell my husband, that's usually pretty much it. And then maybe a couple, like my cousin or a couple of other people that are close to me in my life, but never anything too serious. And I feel comfortable that way. That's me, right? But what I'm having trouble with is these tight-knit families. They have these sort of standards that, or expectations that they want you to follow. And there's never a case, there's not always a moment where you could just say, oh, well, I'm gonna be myself and do what I wanna do. Because what happens is you may be sacrificing a relationship. I think I'll do 2 colors here. Keep it simple. Yeah, we'll do 2 colors to start. But yeah, you can't always just say, oh, well, I'm gonna be myself and get away with it. Sometimes you do have to kind of compromise, you know? And what I'm having trouble with is that compromisation, I don't know if that's a word, but yeah, I'm having trouble compromising. I just want to be myself. I don't want to stress about and constantly overanalyze the things that I say and the things that I do, because it's not something that the other person or people want me to do, right? And it's becoming so stressful. And I'm just such a weirdo. Like, I feel like I'm so out there that a lot of people don't have to deal with this stuff. And I'm aware that that may not be true, but it's just super stressful. Because I really do just want to, like, wake up and do whatever the hell I want to do, right? I mean, that used to be my motto when I was a kid. Just do whatever, right? But I don't feel like that's realistic as an adult. Making different relationships, different beneficial relationships. So, all right, let's figure out what we're gonna do. So again, this soap is coconut scented. So let me double check. It discolors to, the fragrance oil discolors to off-white, and it behaves well. So I'm thinking we should do like a yellow and a white. That way the end result is like a cream and white. I think that'd be cool. All right, I got my titanium dioxide here. It is mixed with coconut oil. I like to master batch it, which basically means just make a bunch of it and pour it in these really cool convenient containers. So we're going to do titanium dioxide over here. And then that one's going to be like a yellow. But I don't know if anyone else has dealt with this, but it's freaking stressful. I just want to be myself. I don't feel like I can all the time though. So I guess the next thing I should really be paying attention to is just, I don't know, finding that balance that I was referring to. I probably should have started with titanium, the white part first. That way I didn't have to scrape this, but oh well. See, that's pretty. If I don't put fragrance oil on this side, it's gonna stay this kind of golden color, which I like. I am gonna try something a little different and I hope it turns out okay. But before I do need to kind of get everything set up over here. So that already made a pretty nice off-white, a creamy color. There you go. Oh, you can see it. But yeah, ultimately I just, like, I don't understand, like, I'm rude sometimes, right? And a lot of the times I don't really notice it until later on. I'll think about it, like whatever situation, and I'm like, wow, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have said that. Why did I say that? And I'll literally stress about it for the rest of the week because, you know, I didn't want to be that person, but I was. That way you guys can see it. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit on top and then just keep doing that. And we'll see. Oh shit. I forgot to put fragrance in it. Oh my gosh. I am so happy I just remembered. All right, so I usually pour like 4 ounces in here. Let me move this one over. You guys are distracting me, that's what happened. So I'm gonna do about 4 ounces. Ooh, it smells good. And it's kind of a light smell, so I poured a little bit more than 4 ounces. So really I do like between 3 to 4.5 ounces. If the smell is really strong, then I do 3. If it's kind of a light smell, then I do like 4.5. And I completely eyeball it, obviously, just because when I did measure 4 ounces, it landed almost directly in the middle of the bottle. So I kind of just remember that. So we're just gonna mix this up thoroughly. And I'm so happy I remembered that I didn't put fragrance oil in this because I would have had another unscented batch of soap, which is annoying. It smells good. I wish you guys can smell this. It basically smells like coconut with like a hint of like a clean smell. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of like a coconut suave. You know that conditioner or shampoo, Suave. Smells good, but it's not that great for your hair. You know, I don't trust that stuff. Pour a little bit in the middle. Over here. And I'm actually gonna leave a little bit of white on top. I'm gonna garnish it with something, I'm just not really sure exactly what yet. Space there. But yeah, it's something I've kind of complained about to people for like a while. I guess that's probably why I'm bringing it up to you guys, because I don't really want to bug anyone else about it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to try differently. And that is this really interesting kind of like, you're supposed to like shake it in the actual mold, not off the edges, which is what I was doing there. And I don't know if this is gonna do anything at all, by the way, but we'll see. I'm hoping it makes some really cool like zigzaggy designs. Now I'm going to bang it so that the air bubbles get out. I hate doing that. I feel like it kind of messes up the whole freaking design that I have going. But you gotta get the air bubbles out. You're gonna have a bunch of little air pockets in your soap and the finishing product. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Like, have you dealt with what I've been dealing with? You know, just the expectations that that we have in society, and then also kind of blurring with or not being in sync with the things that we want to do. Like, sometimes I think I should take an etiquette class, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to be myself. And that's the honest to God, like, it's not always me not knowing what to do or what to say. A lot of it's just me being stubborn. It's just at the time I'm being stubborn, and then later on is when I start regretting it. Then I'm like, why did I say that to her? Why? That was so unnecessary. I feel so bad now. I hate it. All right, so I'm actually gonna try to just put white on top, I guess. I'm not really sure how I want to do this. I think I'll just cover the whole thing with white, since I have so much left over in this bowl. Smells good. I kind of want to leave it like that. Like, I like the way that texture looks. This is how it came out. It doesn't smell as strong as I wanted it to, and I was a little worried about that, because after like 4 weeks, which is when I could actually sell it, you know, 4 weeks it cures, the scent that I used usually kind of dies down a little bit. So if it doesn't smell that strong now, I'm kind of worried that it's not going to smell at all in 4 weeks. And I really hope that doesn't happen again, because it's totally happened to me before. And I could probably still sell it, you know, I could sell it as like a lightly scented bar, but that's not what I was trying to do. Now that is pretty. Smells good right now though. All right, got my handy dandy soap cutter. Now it's been like 18 hours, by the way. And I like cutting off the ends just to kind of make the bars look, when I say kind of seamless. But I also use them myself. Like when I cut off these ends, I end up using the samples myself. Whoops. But yeah, I really think it's important to kind of like just be open with getting the help that you need, even if you don't think you need help. Like I think going to see a therapist should be normalized. Honestly, that's my opinion. It shouldn't be a weird thing. You shouldn't have to have mental illness or a mental illness or like some sort of problem to go see a therapist. I think it's important to have that like unbiased opinion, you know, and you'll get that with the right person. Not your mom, not your cousin, not your brother or sister. Yeah, they might be good confidants, but you know, are they professional? Are they going to give you action items after you know, tell them the issues that you're having? I'm going to see what it looks like with the light off, because it's giving kind of like a shimmer here. It's my husband coughing in the background there. Yeah, that's better. So I like it. I think it looks awesome. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I think you should normalize going to see a therapist. I have one. I speak to her. I'm still trying to feel her out. I'm not really sure if it's someone I am going to continue going to. We'll see. And the reason why I decided to go was, you know, what I just talked about, like the first half of the video, but to go see, so they allow me to go see a therapist for free the first 5 times, and then, you know, I get charged. So I'm just trying to kind of figure out who I feel comfortable talking to. Again, not that I don't have anyone to speak to, but it's different when you have someone who went to college, you know, that can give you more of like a professional opinion. With me, I usually end up kind of like answering my own questions and figuring it out on my own. But, you know, sometimes you need that like validation. You know, is what I'm feeling normal, or is it something I should be worried about? You know? So I can't wait for society to not think it's a weird thing. But I've had pretty good experiences. Like the first therapist I spoke to, it was like years ago, and I was just kind of like, I was on my mom's insurance, so I was just kind of trying to do something with it because I didn't need to go to the doctor or anything. And I went to a therapist, and he was cool. He was really understanding, but I wasn't 100% comfortable around him. So, or comfortable speaking to him. I felt rushed. It was like he was rushing me so he can get to his, you know, normal patients, regular patients. And I don't want to be rushed. Pouring my heart out and then you're rushing me. That's crazy. Overall, this is looking pretty good. I kind of wish I'd done something a little bit more with the top. It's kind of plain, but I don't know. Some people like plain. This is the last one. That's my crazy kitty in the background destroying something. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm trying to do 1 a week. That's the goal, at least. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I skip a week. But yeah, go ahead and visit my site and let me know what you think about my postings and everything else, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, thank you for watching.